Hi there. All of you are there? Yes, I can see all of you being there, and here I am with you once more, Abir Bhattacharya, in the video channel of YouTube, which is Pragmatic Skills with Abir. Yes. So I've come back to you after 9 or 10 days, and you know why? Because I have been quite busy with making presentations for people. I've been making presentations for myself as well because I had to also take a few classes on presentation skills workshops with students, with participants from various strata of the society. That is something which was really engaging me and really keeping me away from all of you. But no worries, I have come back today and I'm going to share with you an exciting video. Now, while we talk about presentations, why don't I share a video with you on presentation skills? And when we talk about presentation skills, the one thing which comes to mind, the one thing when I ask my participants, the hundreds and thousands of participants that I work with, when I ask these people, what do you understand about presentations? The 6, 7 things which comes to mind are: number one, the laptop; number two, the overhead projector; number three, the giant screen behind you; number four, the boardroom; number five, the conference room; number six is the audience who is looking at you and you are feeling so nervous as to how you are going to start your presentations. Yes, this is 99.9% of the responses that I get. And after that, the one thing which makes you all the more nervous, the one thing which makes you all the more anxious, you become so anxious that you are sweating in your palms, that you are feeling those goosebumps and you are feeling those butterflies in the stomach, is to find out what you are going to talk about from the content of the slides that you have presented. I'm not going to talk to you anything about those. Yes, what I'm going to talk about is what you need to do even before you start a presentation. What you are going to do even before you start off your PowerPoint slides. Yes, what are you going to do? Now, one thing is that when you start off, when you face the audience, you say, okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Abir Bhattacharya, and today what I'm going to talk about is this. Or you can say that it is such a lovely day and I'm going to share with you this lovely day for the next half an hour. Now, this is completely credible. This is totally acceptable. This is extremely polite, but at the same time, this is absolutely predictable. The audience in 90% of the cases knows what you are going to talk about. The audience knows the relevance of that time which they are sitting in front of you. The audience knows about the context of the presentation. So why do you need to repeat? Rather, you need to concentrate, you need to learn and practice an opening of your presentation. An opening which is the first few words, the first couple of sentences, the first 1 or 2 lines that you say, which creates an aura, which compels the audience to look at you, which makes the audience hooked onto you, which engages the audience, which relaxes them to be there with you the whole time that you are giving a presentation. And these are very, very important. Those first 30 seconds, first 1 minute, first 2 minutes is something which is extremely important, which is a cardinal mistake which most of the presenters do when they do not have the right kind of opening of their presentations. And that is something that we are going to talk about today. So there are 5 ways, or I can talk about 5 lines that you can use when you are making a presentation. So do not start off with a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Do not start off by saying that I'm extremely nervous. Can you feel my nervousness? And you might be actually hinting at a sense of humor, but being vulnerable, being nervous in front of the audience also makes the audience nervous about you, also makes the audience vulnerable towards you. And that is not going to ease up the mood in the audience. That is not going to make the audience relaxed with your presentation. So do not try to talk about anything technical. Do not be so very generalistic as to greet somebody with good morning, good evening. Do not say that, am I being audible? Can you people hear me? No, nothing technical, nothing vulnerable, nothing being anxious, nothing general. What you are going to do after that? What is that you can do? So I can give you 5 lines, 5 brilliant lines which I have used in hundreds of my presentations, and that has worked really like magic. And I'm going to share those 5 lines with you. So first of all, you can start off with a question to the audience. So that question might be that, by the raise of your hands, tell me how many of you have played football? Or can you just put your hands together in welcoming a brilliant presenter in front of you who is going to say to you certain things which is going to change your life? Or maybe if you're giving a corporate presentation, you can say that, can you raise your hands? Whoever can raise your hands to say that you have had a great boss in your life. So that's a question which makes the audience fill up with an answer, which makes the audience completely focused at you. You can also say a statement about which is time bound. A statement, this is number 2, a time bound statement which can be a question which you can put across saying that, you know what happened with me last night? Or you can say that 2 years back when I joined this organization, I never thought about giving a presentation to you. Did you ever think about that? Or you can make it even more time bound with a general statement saying that 5 years back when I started giving presentations, when I started training, I never thought that I'll be standing in front of such a brilliant audience. Now, all these things are very complimenting, very honoring, and these are not cliche statements. So, number 1 can be a question. Number 2 can be a time-bound question or a time-bound statement. Number 3, you can talk about your credibility. So, don't say what you are going to talk about. Say why you are talking about that. So, what is your credibility? So, talk about that. And that is something which makes the audience understand, honor, give that respect to you, and at the same time have the faith and relevance to your credibility giving this presentation. So that's going to be number 3. Number 4, you can start off with a sense of humor saying that between my friends or among my friends, I am famous for. Absolutely. So that can be a sense of humor where you can have the audience break into a laughter, and that's going to be an icebreaker for you. The last one, the 5th one, is going to be an intriguing question which you put across. That if you had been in my shoes, what would you have done in this presentation to make it special? Can you give me a few answers? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Like that. So that's going to be an intriguing question. Again, making the audience come back with their attention focus across to you. So 5 things which are going to be clinchers for you in your opening statement of presentation. And that's going to be the way forward for you to clinch the presentation with style, with the right kind of ambience, and with your charisma. So go ahead, apply that. But before that, do subscribe to my channel, do like my video, and put your impressions as comments in the video as to when are you going to apply it, and if you have already applied these things in your past, when you have given presentations, how did it actually go? And I'm sure that I can bet you that this is going to go completely brilliantly for your presentations. So thank you for watching this video, and please do share this video across to people who also you want to get benefited upon, and God bless you.